Hello and welcome back to the RCSD 1014 show, where you can gather the most accurate information about the Richland County Sheriff's Department. Today's topic may hit home for a number of you. In 2001, Shelton Sanders went missing, originally from Rembert, South Carolina, but his routine was to drive to the University of South Carolina, where he took classes and worked. On June 19, 2001, him and other associates were planning a bachelor party for a friend. That evening, he went missing. And the case went cold until 2003. And that's when the Richland County Sheriff's Department got involved. And today we have a very special guest, Senior Investigator Dottie Cronise from the Cold Case Unit. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, as I mentioned, this cold case is 24 years old.
Yes.
And before the Richland County Sheriff's Department got involved, there wasn't a lot happening. But in 2003, there was a big break. What was that?
We were able to locate his vehicle behind Greenbrier Apartments off of Park Lane Road. And in one of the conversations that a friend of Shelton's had with Shelton's dad, he had said, "You find the car, you will find Shelton." Sadly, we found the car, but there was no trace of Shelton.
Now, from 2001 to 2003, that car was vanished. And then we find it at the Greenbrier Apartments.
Yes.
And I understand it had been there for about a month or two before we found it, or?
No, it had been there for some time. I believe the description was that the tires had somewhat sunk into the asphalt, I guess due to the intense heat that we have here in the summer. And it was very obviously it had been there. There were flowers in the back seat that Shelton had bought for a young lady he had intended to give them to, and of course that never happened. There were papers from that time as well, from USC and calendars to pretty much verify when that car was last used.
Was there any evidence attainable from that car?
We have, they processed it at the time, and we processed it again. After we got it. Cold Case did not get this until April, I believe it was, of 2019.
Now, following that was kind of our indoctrination into the case, where now it's in our jurisdiction.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to take charge of this case. So we took the information all the way back from 2001, started building a case, and we started re-interviewing individuals.
Yes.
What happened then?
We've re-interviewed a number of Shelton's friends, and they have been quite helpful, and it has been painful for them to go back and relive their dear friend and what appeared to be a very good friend and not know where he is and not know where he ended up. They actually, several of his friends got together and would drive the route from Columbia, where he worked at USC, and went to school, and drive it back to his house to see if they could find any evidence that maybe he had run off the road, had an accident, anything. And they weren't able to find anything at that point. So we continued with Cold Case to talk to friends. Now, unfortunately, we've had a couple of friends that are not returning phone calls and not apparently wanting to get involved. That's the only way I can look at it. I would just seriously ask if in any way a friend of Shelton's could get in touch with us. If they can put aside the difficulty in talking about this again, and I know it is difficult for a lot of folks. It's digging up old memories. It's painful. But if they can put that aside long enough to help the family, well, that's the main thing that we're here for, is to help find Shelton and get him back home to his family.
Now, I understand the family is actively involved.
Very active. His sister Wilveria has put together a reward of $50,000 for anyone who can help locate Shelton's remains and make sure that, we'll have to make sure that it is identified as Shelton. But we have the means with which to do that. So we're just asking for anyone. And as I told you earlier, we've gone as far as, we have psychics that call in. And we will check out that information. We can't disallow it until we disprove it. So we're going to check it out, because you never know what people know and how they're hiding behind something else in order to give you the information.
And I know that cases like this, they get cold because people stop talking and tips stop coming in. But we're still pursuing this case. We
Yes.
are leaving messages. We're going door to door. We're talking to associates of his that have been for more than 24 years that could know something, you know?
Absolutely.
And I'm hoping that when people watch this, they can revitalize some memories, or maybe they know somebody who's received that phone call and received that message that hasn't called back, and help give the family closure.
We can at least give them information. We can try to give them as many answers as possible. We may well not be able to answer all their questions, but hopefully we can at least get something home that they can say, yes, we found Shelton.
Now, to tell the audience out there, the RCSD is very exhaustive when they do their searches.
Yes.
Understand, we went out to the area in which he went missing. We used machines and scanners to find possible remains.
Yes.
Every route that he could have taken, all his co-workers, all his family members, anybody and everybody who knew him, associated with him, has been spoken to.
Almost, except for those that we have called and have gotten no response from. There was one person that I called, and they were very quick to tell me, I can't discuss that with you, and hung up.
So there's actually quite possibly more information out there that people know.
That for whatever reason they're not comfortable giving just yet. But if you ever met that family, you would be more than delighted to give whatever information you could to put a smile on their face, to give them some sense of relief. I can't imagine that burden of not knowing where your loved one is, and knowing that, you know, he's deceased. There's almost no way around that. But you can't bring yourself to grieve. It's a different kind of grief. And you want to watch the family put an end to it and have some conclusion that they can go, okay, Shelton's here now. We have a final resting place that we can call his.
Is there any glimmer of hope right now? Have we gotten anything maybe in the last 10 years?
We're still doing searches.
Yeah.
We just did one not too long ago. Sadly, we were not able to come up with anything, but as I said, we follow up on the information. You give it to us and we will follow up on it. We're not going to let it just sit there. So it's just a matter of encouraging people to call in, to give us what they know. I don't care how minimal you think it may be. Call in, let us know, let us run it down, because we may have another puzzle piece that makes yours fit.
How would, for the viewers out there, if you know anything, how would they get a hold of you specifically, or different ways that they can report a tip?
They can call the Sheriff's Department at 803-576-3000. They could call my direct number at 803-576-3462. They could, of course, call Crime Stoppers, 1-888-CRIMESC, I think it is, if I've memorized that one correctly. They can email me at the Sheriff's Department at dcronise@rcsd.net. Those are the major ways. And if they're concerned about being identified, then Crime Stoppers is the way to go.
Well, Dottie, I want to thank you for being on the show today. We do a variety of topics, and this may be the most home-hitting topic we've done so far. And this won't be the last topic, because this is not the only cold case that we have.
Oh, no, I wish, but no, it is not.
For you at home, go ahead and make that call. You can remain anonymous at 1-888-CRIMESC. Help bring closure to the family who is missing Shelton Sanders. Again, man, we appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you watching. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Richland County Sheriff's Department, here on YouTube at Richland County Sheriff's DEPT, and also on X at RCSD. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.